All right, everybody. Thank you and welcome back to The Movement. My name is Courtney McManus, one of your co-hosts here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's hashtag Your Friendly Neighborhood Moose. Moose, the realtor, your friendly neighborhood Moose.
And today we got a very special star guest for you, New Haven County star real estate agent JAMEKA.
Woo!
That's heavy, man. Get that
We're in New Haven County. Let's go.
If you guys haven't heard about JAMEKA before, you do now. So let's get it cracking. So we wanted to talk about a couple different things with JAMEKA today. Starting off with specifically kind of like what your influences are, what kind of like drives you. I know you're a very religious girl.
Oh, yes. It's in my DNA. And first of all, let me just start out by just saying thank you guys for even inviting me into your movement space.
Absolutely.
We're making moves,
Oh, yeah.
JAMEKA.
Movement happening, okay? I mean, the millennials have called in an OG like myself.
Oh,
so,
man.
you don't know, but
You're
all
amazing.
seriously.
This is good. So this is great.
In all seriousness, though, guys, thank you for the opportunity to share.
Absolutely.
Because that's really what gets me going in the morning. You know what I mean? That's what keeps me pumped is that to know that I can share and that someone wants to hear, you know, what I have to say. I mean, I'm just, you know, born and raised in New Haven.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Grew up on modern pizza. Okay. But, you know, I mean, when you speak in terms of like inspiration and what keeps me going, you know, when I was, first of all, if I go back to my earliest years, when I was 12 years old, I was a rapper. I was fascinated by hip hop.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was a break dancer. I was a pop locker.
That's
like
awesome.
the culture when it
Pop
came out, I
locker.
was like loving hip hop. Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that little
that's
girl
it.
and loving hip hop. That was me. And so all throughout like my middle school years, my high school years, my goal was to just, you know, graduate and become like the hottest rapper. Like
That's
my
awesome.
contemporaries, which you may not know about, were like Lil' Kim,
Oh, yeah.
Foxy Brown,
Okay.
Salt and Pepper. And
What
so
was your rapper name?
I was J Soul.
J
Ooh,
Soul.
I like it.
Yes, I was J Soul, and you know, so you know, I always saw myself doing big things, making big moves. And I would say you all that the first and foremost thing is that you have to become the person that you really want to be.
Right.
Hell
Here
yeah.
first.
Absolutely.
It's all in, you know, mental. But to talk about my religious perspective was I was shopping my demo tape. And I was in talks with a lot of different record companies at the
Okay.
time. So I had did some work for some guys on the West Coast.
Okay.
And I had
You really
met.
are so multi-talented.
Yeah, I was, you know, I was on my way. And then something funny happened. My sister, who was my road dog, who was like my manager, she got saved. She got to church, and she was like, "Look, JAMEKA, Mickey, that was my nickname. Jay, you gotta come on the side." And you know, as little girls, we were always around, you know, churchy things. We weren't made to go like a lot of people.
Right.
But we always had like a God consciousness. And the Lord at 19 years old really just got a hold of me and was like, "Listen, you know, you don't want your picture out there like Lil' Kim with her legs spread open. And then you go get saved, and guess what? People can't take those posters down, right?
Yeah,
Just because you changed, the image is still there."
That's true.
For sure.
And he used someone in the church to say, they prophesied to me and said, "Listen, you thought you were going to see your name in lights," which I did.
Yep.
He said, "But God said that he's going to make you a star for him."
Wow.
And
Okay.
then that's when
That's
everything changed, man. It
That's
was
deep.
like,
That's when it took
wow.
off.
Yeah, that's when I took off. And that's when, you know, it's all about belief system. And you and I shared the same panel
Absolutely.
several months ago, the Rookie Rockstar
That's right.
panel.
Yeah.
And and the reason why you see in my post, you
Yeah.
know, in my Facebook, I always give God the glory because,
Absolutely.
you know, listen, without him, I wouldn't believe that I could do what I'm
Absolutely.
doing. You know,
Absolutely.
nothing's going to hold us back. You're only limited by the limits you set on yourself
That's right.
and your mind. And you got so much potential. I spent a lot of time on me.
Right.
Hell yeah. I dig it.
Heaven, yeah. Hell no. Heaven, yeah.
We're gonna have her on here more.
Oh,
We're gonna have her
You gotta
on.
have you as a regular host.
So So Jameka,
That's
what
amazing.
do your clients think about your religious kind of outlook on everything? I always see in your post you're thanking God. You're always thanking God. And how do your clients kind of react to it? Do you have any pushback? Do people really gravitate towards that?
Here's the deal, man. When you're coming to me, you already know what you're gonna get.
Absolutely.
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
I'm out there with it.
Yeah.
You know, you want glamour, you want fun, you want
Absolutely.
energy, you want to get this deal
They want to
done.
work with you.
You're coming to me. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And they see what my source is. So most of the time, and I told the audience at that time, you know, when we were on the panel, listen, my energy, my whole deal revolves around God.
Right.
So when you come to me, you already know what you're going to get. It's no surprise. And a lot of times people are drawn to my energy and then they inquire about, like, how are you so lit all the time?
Yeah.
Why are you always dripping like this? And I'm like, listen, there's a song out that says, I walk it like I talk it, right?
Oh.
But I got a different one. I walk it like I thought it.
Oh, okay.
Think
like
it, man.
that.
I like
Feeling
that.
I
Really
think
feeling
my
that.
thoughts are always like progressive. Even when I had 30 cents in my banking account.
Yep.
You understand? It's not about what you have now. It's
Yeah.
about where you see yourself.
Right.
And if you can pull your future into your now, it'll become a reality.
It's all about your mindset.
Right?
Yeah.
All about the mindset.
Absolutely. So you would say then your main inspiration, I think the reason that you're so positive is because of that.
Absolutely. It would be a lie for me
Yeah.
to tell you it was anything else.
It's beautiful.
You know what I mean? Like, that's my truth. And a lot of people have different truths, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is my truth. This is what works.
Yeah.
And when people come to me, they know that I'm going to help you pray through this deal. You know, I have anointed
Yes.
grounds in
Yep.
front of the house. Like,
I
where's the
love
oil,
that.
man?
That's what's
We
up.
done grabbed hands saying
That's what's
kumbaya in front of the house. I
Oh,
mean,
let's go.
listen, we're going to get this thing done
Right.
if it's yours. See,
Right.
now that's the other thing. You know, there's a set audience for everybody.
Yep.
That's why nobody needs to get jealous of anybody.
Right. And I think
For
that
sure.
you said something really, really like spot on before. You know, there's no competition here, specifically when you're doing the work that we're doing. There's no
That's right.
competition. You just want to help your clients. You want to get that done. And even referrals are always appreciated. That's one of the
Yes.
things. We just had a referral go back and forth right now before this. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? We're helping each other. Like,
That's
I think
right.
that's the beauty.
Oh, that's
of-
right. Yeah.
Literally, that's the beauty of it.
Well, that's what happens when you're a servant leader.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you understand that you're put here to serve other people. And, you know, this isn't my phrase, but, you know, you got the giants of positive thought and thinking and sales, Zig Ziglar,
Right.
you know, Brian Tracy, all these guys. And their biggest thing is, listen, you know, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want.
I like it.
You know what I mean? So
So
if we
true.
focus on the task at hand, not focus on your numbers.
Right.
Because I know you're doing big numbers down in Fairfield County. I mean, there's no way for you not to. I mean, Fairfield County is where it's at, you know,
Right.
in terms of home prices and things.
Right,
But
right.
when I stay in my lane
Absolutely.
and become an expert at what I do, see,
Yep.
people can't walk into a room with a fur coat on. And I know y'all did a podcast about what you should be wearing.
But see, that's good too.
Yeah.
We were wearing suits in that.
yeah, but you didn't show up in
Yeah,
a
you're
Louis
right.
Vuitton dress.
You're
and,
right,
You
you're
know,
right.
with your man
Yeah,
dressed up
right?
like
I
that.
mean, can we
we
pull
have,
this? This
He
guy's
sure
dripping
did it.
right now.
listen, we
He's
have
dripping right
matching
now.
suits. But, you know, that's because that's our world. That's what we project. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We have a certain audience.
Yeah.
You know, people that like that type of va-voom. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And we give it to them because, remember, my background is, if I wasn't here, I'd be a rapper.
Exactly.
I'd be retired. I'd be like Latifah, you know.
Queen Latifah's making some moves. Got it.
That
Queen
is a good
Latifah's
point.
making some
You
moves.
Yeah.
do actually have a big background in entertainment. Really, you were
Yeah.
saying before you had a TV show.
Oh
I
God,
did.
TV
I did.
show.
You just started a podcast, right?
Started
Yeah,
a
I started a
podcast.
podcast
What's it
called
called?
Jameka's Real Positive Talk.
I love
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to that too, guys.
Yeah. I'm on Spotify. I'm on a host of other ones that I don't even know where they're at.
Speaking of hosts, you also have a TV show. You had a TV show for about a decade.
Oh
you were
my
saying.
gosh, yeah, I did. Man.
Rapper, TV show.
So how do you think being in the entertainment field has kind of like positively helped you kick off your real estate career? By the way, Jameka's only been in the real estate field for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's killing it.
And she wrote a book about doing it.
She sure did.
It's amazing. It really is.
Listen, you can't take anything to the grave with you, man.
Yep.
Whatever you can think, just do it.
Yeah.
Because when you put it out there and when you're concentrated, when you make a concerted effort on a daily basis to put it out there and say, God, this is what I want, and then you believe it. That's the
Yeah.
other thing. Because
Yeah.
doubt will counteract the faith.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
I heard Bob Proctor, one of the hosts or the guys that were in The Secret, which you guys probably read. Maybe not.
Yep.
Okay. But that's the book about the law of attraction. And one of the things that he was talking about was you have to already embody that. You know what I mean? You have to become that. You have to see it. You got to actually feel like, hey, if you want a house in Florida, you quiet yourself down, say, look, okay, my house in Florida, what does it look like? What do I have on? Is it warm out? Is the wind blowing? I mean, you got to get really into the moment and the feeling of it. And like I said, I walk it like I thought it. You know what I mean?
I love it.
And I'm going to see it all materialize. It will manifest. Those things you just mentioned about me,
Right.
it blows me away just hearing it right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you speak it into the universe and it happens. I think
That's
I
what
am a
I'm
big
saying.
believer of that.
Listen, and let me tell you, let me take it a step further. When you speak to the man who made the universe,
That's right.
woo!
Here we go.
Come on, somebody.
Woo.
Now we're on to something.
Man.
Yeah.
Can you come back?
Yeah. I'll come back anytime, man.
All right.
Anytime.
That's awesome. That really is awesome. Well, we unfortunately do have to wrap it up. But this was fantastic.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on.
Listen,
Jameka.
thank
This
you for
was great.
having me, man. And I think I don't have this set up, but y'all can come and talk
Oh,
on
we'll
my
come through.
iPhone,
We would love that.
and get on my podcast.
I'm good. We can do
And I
that.
think it's important to point out too, this isn't just for real estate agents. This is for anything that anyone wants to apply to their everyday life.
Absolutely.
So I think that's a huge takeaway for people that aren't in the real estate field and still do tune in to us. But thank you guys so much for listening, sharing, commenting, subscribing, viewing, telling your mom, telling your dad, telling your brother and sister.
That's right. Take away this lesson. If you want to be successful like Jameka, walk it like I thought it.
Hey.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Wow.
That was a good one.
awesome.
Wow.
That
Thank you so
was
much. That went by so
fantastic.